Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud, it be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me.
What up, champions? Welcome to the Boxing Biz podcast radio show with yours truly, Alex Doomsday Liners. And this is an edition of Quick Hits with the Doomatron. Just wanted to report on Sergey Kovalev entering the Cruiserweight division. That's right, you heard me. You heard me right.
Say what?
Yeah, man, Sergey Kovalev is going to be eyeing the heavyweight division. And, on his way to the heavyweight division, he's going to be taking on Men Fang Long, who is a 33-year-old Chinese southpaw who actually lost his opportunity to the pandemic to be able to fight for a title against Artur Beterbiev. And, it's been kind of rough for the guy. Shout out to Meng Fang Long. I got to see him at an early stage in his career, back to where he was coming to the Global Boxing Gym in Bergen, North Bergen here in Jersey. And, along with teammate Zili Zhang. I know you guys know the big heavyweight that's probably going to get in the ring with Filip Hrgovic if everything pans out and it's in ink at the end of the day when things are said and done. But I digress. Kovalev, man, shit, 200 pound. That division is crazy, and he's gonna be taking on Meng Fang Long at a catch weight of 185 pounds on the Triller Fight Club card in the spring. Now, Sergey Kovalev has been inactive for a little bit now. I mean, we're talking about November of 2019, where he lost to Saul Canelo Alvarez. And, he didn't look too good at 175 pounds. Canelo Alvarez was able to handle his business and take care of Kovalev in devastating fashion and able to put him away. Now, was Kovalev sucked down? Is that what we're going to say? Is Kovalev not able to make that 175-pound division anymore? Interesting enough to say, Klimas, Egis Klimas, Kovalev's manager, who we seen not for the first time, but that's when we really got wind of Egis Klimas. Kovalev was one of his first fighters that really, brought him on to the, to the main public to be able to, make waves as a manager, I guess, was the beginning started with Kovalev. For me, at least. I don't know who else he might have been managing before then, but Kovalev is when I really started to hear the name Egis Klimas. And, he's a shrewd businessman, shrewd manager, takes care of his fighters, all about the team. And he believes Kovalev, is going to be competitive at 200 pounds. So I'm really excited about, the return of Kov. You know what I mean? A lot of us forgot about him, as soon as he started losing. He lost to top guys. He lost to Andre Ward twice, and I don't think he had lost before then. I think he was doing all right up until he ran into that Andre Ward wall, and further then lost to Eleider Alvarez, and he was able to catch that that run back with Eleider Alvarez and got a unanimous decision. Wasn't able to get the KO like he got KO'd, but nonetheless, he got that back, and then we all saw the Anthony Yarde fight that took place, which was another fight that was kind of, pushing Kovalev. I think Yarde was able to push Kovalev to the brink of almost, to that edge of that line. And, Kovalev showed his championship medal and taking care of that. But when he got into the Saul Alvarez realm, he definitely got taken care of, and that's why I'm kind of curious to see how well he does at the 200-pound weight division. Klimas says that he walks around at 200 pounds. So, if he's walking around at 200 pounds, you're cutting down to 175. That's 25 pounds. You're getting older. It's not working out so good for Kova. So maybe going into this 200-pound division is something that will work out for him. But man, did we forget who's in that division? Jesus, we got some killers in that division, man. I mean, I'll run them down for you. Of course, we got Lawrence Okoli, the sauce. Now, come on now, champ.
Oh!
I don't see Sergey Kovalev giving Lawrence Okoli no sauce. He's going to get served the sauce. So that's a fight that I'm like, I don't know, Cove. You're trying to go for a belt. Who do we got? Maris Brady's, the IBF champ. Coley's holding the WBO. And Meredith Brady's holds the IBF. Meredith Brady's is the tough guy. He's been in the ring with guys like Uniel Dordicus, Krzysztof Glowacki, who is a legend in that division. So he's been in there with some tough guys. He lost to Alexander Usyk, majority decision, 12-rounder. But other than that, Brady's has put away everybody that stepped in the ring with him. So, he's in there with some lions, man. He's not in there with some cubs. He's in there with some real live dogs. And, yeah, lions might eat you up in this division, man. These are natural 200-pounders who walk around at 220, maybe 215. God knows how much they walk around to. So you got Kovalev, who's stretching himself to make 175, walks around at 200. How much weight are you losing? This catch weight with Meng Fang Long is at 185. So how heavy are you going to be? Is your mobility going to still be there? It's a lot of questions for Sergey Kovalev right now. And, I could go ahead and give you some quotes coming straight from the management. Egis was pretty, he was on the 3 Knockdown Rule podcast with Steve Kim and Mario Lopez. And, we were able to get some of his quotes. And I'll play him for you later down the road. But for now, I'll, I guess I'll put him up on the screen right now and let you know what he said. One of the quotes said, for him to fight a cruiserweight, it's not going to be a big issue, Klimas said on the 3 Knockdown Rule. He has a good name. Right now, he's hungry. He wants to fight. Right now, at the end of his career, we don't see no point for him to go to 175. At cruiserweight, after 3 or 4 fights, we can walk into the championship bout and then just close his career. That's simple for Egis Klimas, huh? Get him in there. Few fights, and then you get him a championship fight. I don't know who he's fighting or what he's doing to get these championship fights. We got a couple of guys here in the top 5. I mean, we're gonna talk about the WBC. We already know Makabu was the champ or is the champ, and was hopefully waiting for a Canelo Alvarez fight. But now that's that's out of the window for now. The landscape's changed. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. Or maybe situation. Situation's different for Canelo, man. He got millions of dollars being thrown at him right now. You got Bivol, Triple G, you got Charlo, Benavidez. I mean, you got options for him. So that's out of the question. So who's gonna let up? Top 5, Bad Dude Jack. Michuno, Alex Papin. I know you guys probably don't know too much about Alexi Papin. Kind of under the radar. Guy was kind of green. I had hopes for him, but he's number 1 at the WBC. See how he's doing. WBA, who's the champ there? You guys probably never even heard of this guy. Probably never even heard of him. I'm going to put him up on the screen just so you can see his face. Yeah. Who the fuck is that guy? You guys don't know this guy. But his name's Arsen Goulamirian. All right? WBA Super World Cruiser title holder from France, a.k.a. El Feroz, Ferocious. Haven't seen too much of him. Looking at his resume, obviously the cruiserweight division, not the most known in fighter roster. But we could quickly just move on to the next guy, Riyad Mehri, who fought Golamarian. And for some reason, he's a WBA World Cruiser title weight holder too. So I don't know what's going on. They're both title holders in the same sanctioning body. So that was a little confusing to me. Obviously, Golamarian, Arsen Golamarian is the super, so he's supersedes Riyad Mehri, and obviously he beat Riyad Mehri. Mehri's only loss. But these are big guys. This guy's from Belgium. You got, of course, Maris Brady's, and you got my man Akoli. So you got some top guys that'll present some real problems for your boy. I don't know where he's going with this. I don't know where is he starting. I don't know what fights Egis is talking about, 3 or 4 fights, and then he goes into a title. 3 or 4 fights. Man, you got Uniel Dorticus, number 1. In the WBA, he's number 1. IBF, Maris Brady's. You got 1 and 2, they're not rated. But you got Alex Papin again, they're at number 5, guys that I know. Badu Jack at number 3 at the WBA. Lawrence Akoli got Murat Gassiev right on his heels as number 1. Badu Jack again shows up as number 5. So Uniel Dorticus. So you got some tough guys that he would get in there with. How much stock you put into Kovalev in beating some of these guys? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. You got beat by a smaller man in Canelo Alvarez. Obviously, you know, he's a super boxer, you know, a whole nother level. So I could give him, you know, consider that. Yeah, I'll give him that. You know, he lost to a super fighter and might have been sucked down. But there were some bad habits all along his career also that were in the way, so to speak. In the way of, you know, being a healthy and complete fighter. You know, you can't be drinking alcohol and trying to be a champion at the same time. I hope that all that is under the table and washed away. Kovalev's been in a few, you know, newsworthy situations. And for the most part, hopefully right now at this state in his career, if he's on his way out, wants to close the book in his boxing career, he needs to be super focused. Fang Long Meng is definitely a contender. He's a tough guy. Trains hard. Obviously, never really been in there with top level guys. Never been given the chance. That Arthur Betterby opportunity slipped out with that whole pandemic protocol, COVID-19 and all that. So you know how that went down. But here we are, right? Fang Meng Long. Look at him, y'all. Fang Meng Long. And, you know, Kovalev's been in the ring with Buddy McGirt, as y'all can see. You know, getting it in, doing some pad work. Just trying to get, trying to get back into the swing of things. I don't know. You guys see him real heavy? Looks a little heavy, man. Looks a little heavy to me. I don't know if he's going to be moving the same, if he's going to be able to take these punches from these big guys. These guys are big, man. 175 pounds to 185. We'll get an idea of where Kovalev's going to be at in the cruiserweight division. If he's walking around at 200 pounds, I mean, how much muscle can you put on? How much fat? I mean, how much weight can you lose during a camp? He's going to have to start putting on some weight slowly. It's going to have to be muscle more than fat, right? Unless, they're tweaking out that ratio. Obviously, you don't want to be too muscular either. So he might just be putting on some extra weight. Might have to work those legs. See if he can, move around with the extra weight like he did in the 175-pound division. He's getting older, guys. I don't know. I don't know if this is a good idea or maybe just looking for a couple of more of those.
Payday. You want payday. I know that.
Yeah, I know that. I know the payday shit. This is what he does for a living. This is what he's going to do all the way until he can't no more. But a cruiserweight, it's kind of tough. I mean, look, Meng Feng Long had a bout scheduled. Obviously, that COVID thing happened. And then I think Kovalev was in between some arbitration, too, with Golden Boy because of, I guess some fights that were still owed to him. And that was agreed upon with Golden Boy. I guess he agreed to a lower payday and in lieu of a promise of 2 fights if he lost to Canelo Alvarez. So I guess that's where that was at that time. But, he was scheduled to fight back in January against Bektemir Melikuziev. But that shit was tossed out the window. He tested positive for a synthetic testosterone, a banned substance or whatever. So, the contract, I don't know if it's void or not, if that voided the contract per se. But, he was supposed to fight Beriev. And then I believe he was also supposed to fight Sullivan Barrera. He's supposed to fight Sullivan Barrera. And I think what happened with Sullivan, man? I think Sullivan Barrera might have gotten those two mixed up, if I'm not mistaken. I think that the Sullivan Barrera, situation. I didn't mix it up. Yeah, so Bektemir Melikuziev was tossed out the window because of the testosterone, and the Sullivan Barrera was canceled because of the COVID restrictions we were having during that time, and that was set around April 2020. So it's been a lot of inactivity by Kovalev. Don't know if during those cancellations he might have been training, so maybe he'll be all right as far as him acclimating or whatnot. But those fights, pretty sure were at 175. I don't think he was fighting Bektemir at 200-pound weight limit. So those fights were scrapped. And now we got a cruiserweight in Kovalev. I don't know if he obviously Bektemir Bektemir would have been a good test, to see where Sergey Kovalev is standing at right now. It would have been a situation where we would have been able to see if, because Bektemir is a strong fighter. If you see him up on the screen, he flexing on y'all. Yeah, dude's strong. We would have been able to see a little bit of what Kovalev has left in the strength department, but he just keeps saying that he's sucked out. Can't do 200, can't do 175 anymore at this point. By the time he's in the later rounds, he's all messed up. Bektemir Melikuziev didn't get to do that one. He didn't get to do the Sullivan Barrera, man. He didn't get to do the Sullivan Barrera either. And if you keep seeing Kovalev, I mean, look, man, he does look bigger. Can't tell if he got any love handles or whatever. I don't know if he's shredded, if he's cut, or what's going on, but he does look bigger. You see him there with Buddy McGirt. Throwing shots, nothing too crazy. Going over the basics. Buddy McGirt's a great at teaching the basics and keeping the fundamentals sharp. But yeah, man, Sullivan Barrera scrapped. Bektemir scrapped. Now you're on your way to a fight with Meng Feng Long at 185-pound catch weight. There you go. The right thing to do. Catch weight 185. Right thing to do. to try to acclimate to that 200-pound. 200 pounds shouldn't be too hard if he's walking around at 200. My only thing is that I feel like Kovalev is going to be too small for the cruiserweight division right now. It's going to be too small. These guys are huge. I mean, just look at him. Look at him, y'all. You got my man Lawrence Okoli. What are you going to do when you got this guy in your face? What are you going to do? This guy's huge. 82% knockout ratio. All right. 6'5", 82.5-inch reach. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You can't do much with this guy. I don't know, man. I don't know if I like this for Kovalev. I'm going to have to see who his first opponent is at that 200-pound division. I'm going to have to see how he does with Meng Fang Long on this 185-pound catch weight. It's tough, man. You know? You don't want to come back to devastation.
Finish him!
You don't want to come back and, they put you away.
Yeah, move him out of here.
In devastating fashion. So I hope that they got a good game plan over there with Egis Klimas. I hope they got a good game plan in bringing him into this cruiserweight division. How excited are you? Man, hit me on the comments. Let me know what you think about Kovalev, Sergey Kovalev entering the cruiserweight rankings, entering that realm. And how does he do? How does he pair up with a Lawrence Okoli, a Marius Brady's, a Riyad Mary, which you guys probably don't even know too much. Arsen Goulamirian. It's a big guys. Makabu. Shout out to Lungu Jr. Makabu, who, thought he was going to get that payday, but they switched it on him. How does he do with these guys that are in this division that are freaking huge? Uniel Dorticus is a tall-ass dude, too. I hope they know what they're doing, man, because this situation can get really, really, really crazy. I mean, you got guys in lower weight divisions that have chinned Sergey Kovalev. It's gonna be interesting to see this, man. And this was just a quick hits with the Dumatron just to look over what's going on with Sergey Kovalev. He's been meant to be in the ring with Meng Fang Long for a while already, and nothing's happened yet. So hopefully this thing pans out for him in the cruiserweight division. He's able to get some good fights and close out his book. Sergey's given us a lot. He's put on some good fights, memorable fights. We all can't forget the Andre Ward fight. But if you got guys like Eleider Alvarez KOing him, you guys like Saul, who is not a natural cruiserweight. You got guys like Andre Ward stopping him. We could talk about the Vaca all we want, but these are guys in lower weight divisions, which I believe, punch a little less harder than these bigger dudes. Okoli, with those long arms and leverage, could do some real damage. And even the Dorticus. So these guys I'm not even just mentioning the top champions, just the regular guys. It'd be interesting to see who they bring him back into the cruiserweight division and kick this off for Sergey Kovalev. But do the fans want to see it? Let me know in the comments, champies. Let me know what you guys think about Sergey Kovalev coming into the cruiserweight ranks. Who does he match up well with? Who do you guys want to see him in there with? Egis Klimas, I'll go over again some of the quotes that I got from the Boxing Scene article. Shout out to Boxing Scene. And, that's what he says. For him to fight at cruiserweight, it's not going to be a big issue. I just got to read it again. How is it not going to be a big issue? He has a good name. Right now, he's hungry. Well, he better be if he wants to put on some weight. He wants to fight. Right now, at the end of his career, we don't see no point for him to go to 175. At cruiserweight, 3 or 4 fights, we can walk into a championship bout and then just close his career. He sounds so like it's so simple. And he goes on to say, as far as legal matters go, we have arbitration with Golden Boy. I believe right now that date is April. Okay. You believe the date is April, huh? Well, what are you going to do in April? I believe right now the date is in April. I wonder what's going to be figured out in that arbitration, man. $2.5 million worth of fights or something like that. When we fought Canelo, we agreed for such an amount, and they said no. We give you less, but in case you guys lose, we give you 2 comeback fights. We include this amount in these 2 comeback fights, but they never gave us the fights. So, guess the judge will handle that. And that's what exactly Klimas said. He didn't want to, he didn't want to answer none of that. He wants, he says, I'm going to let the judge rule on that. Going to let the judge rule on that. Okay. Let's go, champ. So, at 175, he was struggling all the time, Klimas said. This is a quote. Adding that Kovalev walks around at 200 pounds. Most of the weakness for him was due to 175.
Listen, this beyond me.
Sometimes, even in the morning before the weigh-in, he goes to the sauna. He leaves everything out of him to lose that weight. I mean, it's tough. It's tough if you're doing it like that. He goes on to say he's good for 7-8 rounds, then he's done, even against Canelo. Look what he did with Canelo in the beginning. Then he just drained. He has no power. In the 11th round, he was already like wobbly. I mean, he was just wobbly because he was getting caught or because he was sucked in. So you mean to tell me that Canelo Alvarez be a sucked out Kovalev? Is that what you're telling me, Egis? The truth has come out? So Canelo Alvarez fought a weight drain Kovalev. I think you might be capping for your man, Egis. I don't know. Egis, I don't know. I don't know if I believe you. I don't know if it's because of discipline or it's because his body just physically can't do it anymore. Because now all of a sudden he wasn't there. He was drained. I don't know if I believe you, Egis. I don't know, Champy. You're gonna have to make me a believer, man. See how Sergey comes into this division, how disciplined he is. There's a lot of questions already on that. Some people feel like he doesn't,
I don't give a damn.
He doesn't care, but we'll find out soon enough. This is the Boxing Biz podcast radio show. Hit the like button, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tune in, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live. You already know it's Alex Doomsday Linus, the Doomatron, here with you guys, letting you know what's going on with Sergey Kovalev. And it's probably going to close it out with some audio from the actual 3 Knockdown Rule show with Mario Lopez and Steve Kim, just so you can hear it out of the horse's mouth, so to speak, right? Because these quotes that we took from the articles are the quotes that were in the show. So let me go ahead and play some of this before we close out here and see what else he had to say, right? Let's go with it.
That's a good point.
Egis, I want to bring up perhaps your best-known client early on when people really got to know you, who's had a troubled past. Where do things stand legally and professionally with Sergey Kovalev?
Legally, we are still with the main events. Okay, he's under main events cover.
So, the promotional team is main events. I think we knew that. All right.
As far as legally, we have an arbitration with a Golden Boy. I believe it's right now, the date is April.
And that stems from the Canelo contract, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. April. Just like the quote said, in April. That's when I guess the adjudication will happen. But let's continue.
Correct. Then we fought Canelo. It was agreed. We asked for such amount, which is they said, no. We give you less, but in case if you guys lose, we're going to give you 2 comeback fights.
There you go. That's where the money is right there in those 2 fights. Didn't happen, though. That Canelo train moves fast.
Right.
And we include this amount into these 2 comeback fights. And they never gave us.
But didn't that have to do, because I know Sergey was supposed to fight Beck the Bully, and then there was a positive steroid test for Sergey. Wasn't it Golden Boy's stance at that point? Well, now the contract's over. Is that the main stumbling block to this current relationship?
It makes sense, right? It makes sense that, you know, they had him set up to fight, and he kind of messed that up. You know, he tested positive. I don't know if the contract might have said that, you know, that you know, just I guess what's the proper lawyer jargon, but violates the terms of agreements and then voids the contract, I guess. Let's see what Egis says.
I'm going to let that judge to rule out.
Okay.
That's smart. You see that, right? He's going to let the judge handle that.
Come on, get him out of here.
Yeah. Was there any truth to the rumor about Kovalev possibly fighting on Triller?
That's not a rumor. That's what we've been talking about.
Oh, that's what we have been talking about.
Yes.
Okay.
And
That's the fight we just finished talking about. It's going to be Meng Fang Long on that Triller card at that catch weight of 185 pounds. So that is happening on the Triller. And, you know, it's interesting to see that we're getting this on Triller too, you know. Triller Fight Club card in the spring. 185 pound Triller's paying that money, man. Triller's paying that money, and I just don't know how Triller got this one. You know, Klimas made it clear Kovalev won't be returning to the light heavyweight division ever. Let's see what else my main man Egis says about this.
you know, well, we've been talking, and I know this is a Thriller's radio station. You don't want me to talk shit about it, right?
No. You have a free run to say whatever you want.
Right here. That's the platform right there.
Egis, we know it's been a very bumpy
Your English
ride.
has gotten very good at this.
Yeah, very good.
There you go, joking around. But I think that was all the audio I really wanted to play for you guys. Most of it was in the quotes that you guys seen on the screen. If you guys are seeing me visual, obviously, for those that are just listening in sound, that's what it is for the quotes of Egis Klimas. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up, champions, man. You know, Sergey Kovalev was able to, I guess, return and, you know, I guess give us the last stretch of his career at the Cruiserweight division. It's going to be interesting to see who they pair him up with as far as opponents. First up is your man's Fang Mang Long. You know, Fang Mang Long. You got Meng Fang Long up first at 185. Beck Demir, well, we're not seeing him anymore. And Sullivan, no more. That's it. The 175-pound division is gone. So next up is Meng Fang Long. Sergey Kovalev. Been working. Hopefully we get to see a healthy Kovalev. And I think that's it, man. That's it with the comparisons, bro. I have shown you the Cruiserweight top dogs right now. Leave me comments. I'm very interested in knowing what you guys got to say about Kovalev coming back into this Cruiserweight division. Does he do well? Is he out of pocket? You know, is he setting himself up for the wrong way out? Is he just looking for another payday? You guys let me know. All right? So, all in all, is the Doomatron. You already know. Getting it together over here, trying to bring you guys more programming, trying to spice it up out here. So make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. Tell a friend to tell a friend. If you like boxing, tune in with me on the Boxing Biz podcast YouTube channel and radio show coming soon for all my champions that listen up on the Spotify and all the other podcast hosting site. I'll be on there very, very soon, hopefully this week. And you guys can listen on me on the MP4s and all that other good stuff. So, champies, I'm out of here. Let's go, champs. Let's go. Can I get the beat?
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me.